Aduh, selamat siang guys. Oke, gue di sini mau lanjutin lagi. Gue mau lanjutin lagi apa namanya? Hogwarts Legacy gitu. Oke, gue di sini udah sekitar 40%-an sih kalau nggak salah main itu, dan masih terlalu jauh buat tamatin ya. Masih 60% ya. Baiklah, gue bakal lanjutin lagi aja. Jadi langsung aja, kalau suka langsung di subscribe, jangan lupa juga di like videonya gitu supaya nggak ketinggalan sama live gue selanjutnya gitu teman-teman, karena gue bakalan main game banyak banget di sini. Setelah tamat ini nanti gue bakal lanjut yang lain dan lain banyak banget gitu. Oke, langsung let's go, kita langsung masuk aja guys. Kalau misalnya ada pertanyaan langsung ditulis di live chat ya teman-teman. Gue mungkin nggak bakal terlalu banyak interaksi, kecuali kalau kalian ada pertanyaan, gue bakal jawab gitu ya. Di sini kita bakal fokus sama si story-nya. Loadingnya seperti biasa lama guys. Loadingnya seperti biasa lama ini. Di kalian yang main juga kira-kira lama nggak sih ini? Gua nggak tahu ya, apakah di PC gua doang atau memang di PC yang lain juga, di kalian juga sama. Kalau loading itu suka lama. Saya kalau di gua loading itu selalu lama banget, nggak paham gua. Makanya kalau bisa fast travel, daripada gua fast travel mendingan gua naik sapu terbang aja rasanya, karena lebih worth it buat kita sambil terbang gitu daripada kita harus ngelamun nungguin loading yang lama dari game ini gitu. Nah, masuk. Why to hear from Gladwin Moon. Nah, ini untuk kemarin itu gue udah lengkapin semua eh apa namanya sih kemarin tuh, Demi Guys Moon itu gue udah lengkapin semuanya, tapi maksud bukan semuanya sih sebetulnya, semua yang disuruh sama si Gladwin ya udah lengkap semua. Jadi gue udah sekarang udah menguasai Alohomora 2 sama Alohomora 3. Jadi bisa buka pintu yang locknya level 2 sama level 3 gitu. Jadi bisa kebuka semua. Cuman di sini gua ada misi Wait to hear from Gladwin Moon. Nah, ini gua nggak paham ini nungguinnya gimana, atau gua harus kumpulin eh apa sih namanya, Demi Guys Moonnya sampai lengkap semuanya gitu. Tapi itu kan repot juga sih kok kayak gitu. Coba gua lihat maps lagi misinya nih. Nah, ini the man behind the moon. I've been able to collect all of the moon that Mr. Moon requests, but he's still no closer to knowing who is responsible. He asks that I wait to hear back from him. I wait to hear back from him. Kayaknya gue harus ngumpulin dulu guys, gitu. Oke, ya udahlah. Kita mulai aja gamenya. Kita mulai aja. Sebastian. Ini dapat apa ya dari Sebastian ya? Crucio. Speak with Nati. Oh, ini udah lama nih. Yang ini juga udah lama. Ini udah lama nih. Gua harusnya samperin ya. Di sini ada misi utama, tapi kayaknya gua bakalan coba buat ke sini dulu deh kayaknya. Kita kesini dulu aja buat dapetin Crucio dulu guys.
What's wrong, Eaglestick? Afraid of a staircase? Can't catch thieves! Woohoo!
Revelio.
Ini ada peti di dalam, tapi masuknya gimana ya?
You're here. Brilliant. I received your owl. What happened with Ominous?
I told him none of us will be able to avoid dark magic forever. So the more we know about Salazar Slytherin and the dark arts, the better prepared we'll be. Unfortunately, only a Gaunt knows the location of the Scriptorium's entrance, and Ominous won't tell me.
Perhaps I should have a chat with Ominous.
You? I suppose it's worth a try. But don't get your hopes up. Ominous is annoyingly stubborn. Nothing new. I know where he is. I'll lead you to him and then leave you to it. Come on. He's this way. Keep an eye out. Never know who's watching. Although that hasn't stopped us before.
Strictly speaking, it has. We were caught.
Damned poltergeist. Such a nuisance. There he is. Good luck.
Ominous. Gua lupa terus sama Ominous tuh nama temennya ya. Makanya tadi gua agak loading dulu Ominous itu siapa ya. Lupa terus gua sama nama si
What are
Ominous.
you doing here?
Hello, Ominous. Do you have a moment?
What is it? What have you and Sebastian been up to now?
I owe you an apology, Ominous. I wasn't honest with you before about the Undercroft. Sebastian did show it to me. He wanted me to have a safe place to practice some spells, to try and catch up to the other 5th years. He didn't think you'd mind.
I suppose that makes sense. It's just Sebastian's been pestering me lately about something and I'm frustrated with him.
Don't tell me he's still going on about, what was it, a scriptorium?
He told you about that.
He did. We were talking about Hogwarts founders and he mentioned it. Wouldn't say much more, though.
Yes, well, he seems to think it contains the answer to saving Anne. I think it's likely full of dark magic that is better left untouched.
Wait, you've never been inside?
Of course not. I only know about it because of my favorite aunt, Noctua. She thought like I do. Didn't agree with the family on the use of dark magic. In fact, she'd hoped to convince my family that there was more to Salazar Slytherin than worshipping pureblood status. She'd heard of this scriptorium and thought its contents might shed some light on him. She even found the secret entrance in this very corridor. She wrote regularly to my father about her efforts to gain access, and then she simply vanished. No one else ever tried to enter.
Tempat rahasianya Slytherin ya. Scriptorium. Jadi sebelumnya yang taunya itu cuma si Sebastian sama si Ominous. Terus sekarang si Sebastian ngasih tahu kita, karakter gua. Nah, si Ominous itu yang waktu itu dia tuh gimana ya? Pokoknya waktu sebelum itu ada misi yang bikin si Ominous itu kesal sama Sebastian karena si Sebastian ngasih tahu Undercroft ke si karakter kita gitu. Undercroft itu tempat rahasia yang ada cara jalan masuk itu di jam ini, jam ya kalau nggak salah, jam besar di apa sih, di ruangan utama Hogwarts. Ruangan utama, bukan ruangan utama, siapa yang namanya? Ntar lah, nanti gue tunjukin aja lah kalau ke Undercroft.
I'm sorry about your aunt. Don't you want to find out what happened to her?
Aunt Noctua went down this path with good intentions and lost her life. I don't want the same to happen again.
You don't know that history will repeat itself. Besides, you said your aunt thought like you. This could honor her memory. Get you answers about Slytherin and Sebastian answers for Anne. Your aunt pursued this alone. We could do it together.
I see what you've done here, and I confess, you've convinced me. I didn't think it possible. Very well. I shall tell you what I know. Fetch Sebastian, I'll wait. I hope we don't regret this.
Sebastian, over here.
Ini
These
ya pintunya.
braziers grant access to the scriptorium.
Now you'll share? You wouldn't tell me when I practically begged.
It wasn't you who told me what I needed to hear. Opening the entrance has something to do with threes.
Well, 3 heads are better than 1.
It's 2 heads are better than 1.
And by that logic, 3 is better than 2. Simple mathematics, Ominous.
Gimana caranya? Cuy?
Lumos.
Oh, gua tahu itu kan bisa diarahin tuh.
Something's happening.
I hope we're ready for this.
Oke, sebentar gua mau ganti dulu kupluknya, guys. Gak enak dilihat, gua nggak suka kupluknya nih. Kupluk mana kupluk? Nah ini. Gua malah lebih suka si kupluk yang warna biru. Tapi kemarin itu dapat yang warna ungu. Bentar gua coba dulu ya. Mana ya? Oh, ini nih. Ah, tapi sama aja nggak suka gua. Gue malah suka yang ini. Talent gue udah punya 1 ya. Hmm? Wah, keren nih. Boleh juga nih.
Dark, ominous corridors. My favorite.
No comment.
Come on, that was a good one.
Reparo.
Looks like a locked door. We may want to look around. The rubble formed a relief of a person facing a snake.
That must be the voice I hear.
Oh, jangan-jangan ada sesuatu nih. Kalau di film Harry Potter kan di lantai dasarnya si Slytherin itu kan ada ular.
The
Jangan-jangan
voice is
ada itu.
ancient, sinister.
You hear a voice.
It started when you repaired that relief. I hear a whisper saying, "Speak to me." I'm a parcel mouth. I can hear and speak to snakes. Nearly all known parcel mouths are descended from Salazar Slytherin.
I'd like to be able to talk to snakes.
You might not want the ability to speak parcel tongue. It's often associated with dark wizards. I haven't spoken it in ages, but I'd wager if I speak it now, the door will open. I'm hoping you're having second thoughts.
Believe me, I am having thoughts, but I'm still convinced we should go ahead.
It's ironic. When I left home, I vowed to leave the dark arts behind, and yet here I am. Stand back. I can't believe I'm doing this.
It worked! Ominous, you possess a rare ability indeed.
Between the two of you, I'm starting to feel left out.
Between the two of us?
Never mind.
Bentar, guys. Ya.
There's no clear way forward.
Like a maze.
Ular.
Salazar Slytherin most likely wanted this to be difficult to solve.
The door we came from, it closed. And there's more than one gate ahead.
Then look closely at each gate for clues.
Lumos.
The dial requires focus.
Aunt Noctua said the same. It may take practice to solve it.
Bentar, tadi gambarnya apa cuy? Nggak bisa nggak bisa balik lagi.
That didn't sound good.
Salazar Slytherin didn't make this easy.
Oh, bulat sama ular. Oke.
Matching the symbols did open it.
I was
Lumos.
about to do that myself, but you got to it first. Nice work.
Ini gambar apa? Ini ada tanduknya sama di mana ularnya? Ini udah nggak bisa. Malah jadi kayak game horor ya? Oh, di sini. Noctua tuh ontinya si Ominis ya.
Ominous, your aunt wanted to change your family's traditions.
She did. And she was my
Confringo.
favorite person in the world for it.
Another welcoming sort, was he?
Ya,
The
telat.
dial seems to be getting more difficult. But we
Sial.
made it this far. Don't give up.
Bukan dong. Tadi yang ini.
I imagine the speeds vary and symbols differ for every dial.
Kata itu buat buka yang mana ya?
Lumos.
Gua kira buat buka yang sana. Nah, kalau udah betul kok yang ini barusan. Berarti bukan.
This journal entry, it mentions getting lost and being unwelcome.
Lumos.
Poor Aunt Noctua.
Mungkin yang ini ya. Kita coba.
Another gate.
Seems Slytherin like to play games.
Must run in the family.
Look in a mirror, Sebastian. That sounded promising.
Another dial solved.
Impressive.
Lumos.
Nice work.
Ada ular
Not
sih
sure
kalau feeling
references
gua.
painful and arduous challenges, but also rewards.
Painful. That's the part I'm with.
Ada warnya nggak, Bray? War gimana, bro? Fadli ya, Fad? War gimana maksudnya? Battle-nya gitu? Ada. Seru kok ini gamenya. Harusnya coba, Fad. Serius, ini gamenya seru banget sih. Eksplorasinya mantep, battle-nya juga mantep, puzzle-nya juga lumayan bikin bingung. Kayak gambar ikan sama segitiga. Gambar ikan sama segitiga. Ikan. Segitiga, emang segitiga. Nggak ada, anjay. Pas banget.
Excellent work.
Hampir aja mau matok ikannya. Ikan lagi. Ularnya.
Lumos.
Gue yakin di sini bakal ada bos ular
Spotted
kayak di
something
film
ahead.
Harry Potter kan
It's
gitu.
troubling.
This whole place is troubling, but for my aunt's sake, we cannot stop now.
The gate! I think we're locked in. Again.
Then Salazar Slytherin is not yet finished with us.
Suara siapa tuh? Langsung masuk aja
Ominous.
deh.
A skeleton. And Noctua's last journal entry. She mentions being trapped here, blocked by an unforgivable curse.
This is where she died. This is where we'll die. I shouldn't have listened to either of you.
Ominous, I'm truly sorry about your aunt. But I know what to do. It's going to be difficult.
You said you know what to do.
Tortured faces on the door, and Crucios etched into the stone. My guess is if we cast the Cruciatus curse, the door will open. That's why Noctua died. She had no one to cast the curse on. Ominous has the most experience with this. He should cast it. You seem to be in Ominous's favor. Will you ask him about this?
You know him better than I do.
Very well. Wish me luck. Wish we had some liquid luck. Ominous, I know this is the last thing you want to do.
Yes, it is. I thought you knew me better.
But this is different. Whoever you cast it upon would have agreed to it first. It wouldn't be an innocent victim. We have to open the door.
The spell won't work unless you mean it. That's true of all unforgivables. If it must be done, then one of you must cast it.
What do we do now? Ominous is not going to cast the Cruciatus curse again.
Ridiculous. As if dying in here is a better option than casting a damned spell. It's up to us. I can teach you Crucio, or I can cast it on you.
Wait, you didn't say you knew how to cast Crucio?
Because I'm not sure I do. Ominous knows that, yet he's left us no choice. I don't yearn to follow in Noctua Gaunt's footsteps. I think I can cast it if I have to.
I want to learn the curse, and I think it's best if I cast it on you.
Very well, if that's what you want. To perform the spell, raise your wand, point it at me, and firmly declare Crucio. Hold on as long as you can.
Coba. Kita dapat Crucio. Dika Karen. Hey. Hello, bro. Welcome. Thank you udah join. Gua masih belum paham Crucio ini fungsinya buat gimana.
Ready?
Si spellnya itu kayak gimana? Ini dark spell ya? Wow. Semangat bro, yoi, thank you.
Are you alright?
That pain. I would have done anything to make it stop. But I'll survive. Let's keep moving. We made it. We found Salazar Slytherin's scriptorium.
I can't believe we're here.
Ini bulat-bulat ini tuh, globe ini tuh bisa diputar-putar, fungsinya apa ya? Cuma gitu doang apa?
Sebastian, ominous. There's a book just here.
You found something.
You two go ahead. Let me know what's in it. I'll wander around a bit.
May I have a look?
Wih. Tempat serem banget ya.
What do you think?
Looks like a spell book of some kind. This is incredible. A Hogwarts founder's possession. What an honor. Still can't believe Ominous never told me about his aunt and what she found.
What will you do with Slytherin's spellbook?
What I do with every book. Read it. Having professors as parents ingrained that habit early on. But I can do that later. For now, I say we explore this room. It's breathtaking.
Penuh lagi aja. Aduh, gua udah nggak tahu buang apaan ya. Oh ini aja kayaknya. Ini kurang, ini yang baru dapat kurang bagus.
I don't want to leave, but I owe you. Both of you. Without both of you, we'd never have made it this far.
We were lucky. We could have died. We must swear never to do this again.
Aduh, panjang banget. Wah, gua nggak bisa translatein sih, nggak bisa translate. Coba kalian baca aja ya.
I see a way out.
Best news I've heard all day.
Godric itu kayak pernah siapa yang mana ya? Godric deh. Apaan gitu Godric? Kayak pernah nggak asing gitu sama kalimat Godric. Slytherin Dungeon. Nah ini kayaknya nih masuk dungeon ini bakal ada ular. Gas ya, kita masuk. Ini serius sendirian.
Ominous.
Oh enggak.
About your aunt.
Please, Sebastian. I meant what I said before.
Oh,
We swear, right now, never to engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
Understood. I'm truly sorry about your aunt, Ominous.
ternyata keluarnya dari
I
sini.
suppose after all this, I am grateful to know what happened to her. Thank you.
Muhammad Raifanogi, semangat bang. Yoi, thank you bro, thank you udah join, welcome. Udah kelar ya ternyata misi yang ini ya. Oke, kita lanjut misi lainnya deh. Quest selanjutnya. Nah ini mungkinnya ke si Poppy. Ini udah lama juga sih gua punya misi side mission ini. Gue lupa ini misi ini tuh misi apa ya logonya ini. Ini side misi kan. Coba kalau di maps. Gue lupa lagi nama-nama istilahnya. Pokoknya kalau ini kelas, kalau yang logo ini kan kelas, kalau yang ini tuh apa ya? Oke, kita langsung ke Poppy ya. Poppy-nya di mana ya? Main missionnya gue skip dulu bentar deh. Poppy di mana Poppy? Poppy-nya jauh nggak ya? Aduh. Oh, di Hogsmeade. Ya udah, sambil kita jalan-jalan lah. Jangan pakai fast travel, kita pakai sapu terbang aja biar agak seru. Pakai sapu terbang sini bisa nggak ya? Bisa nih. Oke, biar cepet. Ada rumah di bawah itu. Coba gue pengen tahu. Quidditch, gue penasaran nih sama main Quidditch. Kayaknya bakalan ada, tapi misi apa namanya, misi sekolah Quidditch-nya, sekolah terbangnya belum dilanjutin lagi gue. Ternyata nggak bisa masuk.
Revelio.
Oh, Poppy di ini ya, di... Aduh, kenapa?
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Poppy-nya tuh ada di bar. Oh ini ya. Oh ini nih, lewat masuk sini nih. Gue lupa nama barnya tuh apa ya. The Three Broomstick. Ya ya ya. The Three Broomstick.
I wonder where they go.
This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
We should check on her.
That's a good idea. We need to see this through.
I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he after you?
It's to do with non-rock. I'd rather not to say at present. Kasih tahu aja deh.
Rookwood is working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a portkey that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig had asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps to shed light on what we saw at the tent. Don't worry, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon as I can.
Telur naganya di mana ya?
Her location.
Kemarin itu kan dapat telur naga. Udah ngobrol gitu doang. Kalau gini dari kemarin gue beresin aja tuh misi. Aduh, udah ada alien key-nya satu lagi di mana tuh? Nah, ini nih yang susah nih. Gak ketemu-ketemu, gue kayaknya harus cari tahu lebih intens lagi nanti deh. Ini benar-benar susah dibaca sih petanya. Mana sih? Nah, ini ya. Tempat ini udah ketemu. Ini ada di bawahnya ini. Yang gue bingung ini nih. Terus ini kan north. Berarti ini ada di selatan. Selatan, northnya, tapi gue bingung yang mana northnya. Sana ya. Nanti aja lah. Yang ini aja kali ini. Kita beresin dulu yang ini. Lihat map. Gue kan udah bisa kunci level 3.
Revelio.
Ada yang belum bisa dibuka kemarin. Mana ya? Ah, itu sebelah sana tuh kayaknya.
Aloha Mora.
Penuh lagi.
Aloha Mora.
Apa tuh? Rumput buat di room requirement.
Revelio.
Oh ya, gue udah punya Crucio ya sekarang.
Expelliarmus.
Salah.
Bombarda. Repulso. Confringo.
Incendio. Revelio.
Ini bisa diinteract, tapi gimana cara bukanya?
You can't imagine how inconvenient.
Accio.
Lah.
Revelio. Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. Pleased to be included.
So frustrating. You wanted to speak with me, Mother?
I had hoped to
ibunya.
speak with you alone, Natsai.
Your message mentioned your
Mirip
concern
wajahnya.
about an unusual creature that was spotted in the woods near Hogsmeade. That could have been anything.
You know what it was, Natsai.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am always careful, Mother.
Careful. Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an owl telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence of some kind against dark wizards. She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you, and she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for the near future.
But Mother!
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned, but you must not meddle in the affairs of dangerous people.
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
I must get to class. Perhaps your friend can get you to listen to reason.
So frustrating. She never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment where you're from?
It is specific to me. I am the unusual creature in Hogsmeade she mentioned. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, I am an animagus, and it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the Highlands rather freely until now, much to my mother's chagrin. That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
How does it feel to transform into an animal?
Well, the first time, it can be a bit unnerving. I felt a kind of searing pain and a strong double heartbeat. But it gets easier the more you do it. I no longer feel any pain, and I must say, I find a sense of comfort in the double heartbeat. And I love being able to view the world from a different perspective.
Can you choose what form your animagus will take?
Oh no, a person's animagus form is determined by their personality. My mother is convinced that my form is a gazelle because I adapt well to any situation. I believe it
Gazelle
is because I
apa?
can sense danger and keep my wits about me.
Gazelle. Oh, gazelle tuh mirip kayak kijang. Gazelle apa kijang ya? Ya kijang, bukan mirip kijang, emang kijang.
Were you born an animagus, or did you learn to become one?
Animagi are not born. The process is quite elaborate. It involves holding a mandrake leaf in one's mouth for an entire month, then placing the leaf in a crystal phial so that it is imbued with moonlight, then adding one of your own hairs. And that is just the beginning. Self-transfiguration is common among students at Wagadu, but Professor Weasley considers it much too dangerous to teach at Hogwarts.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an extraordinary ability to have.
It is. I love transforming, but Mother is less enthusiastic about it. She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bounding about where poaching has become so prevalent. She claims that she has foreseen tragedy befall me in my gazelle form. But she has used her sight to control me too many times. I no longer believe it.
Bertransformasi sesuai sama personalitinya tiap orang katanya gitu. Kalau si Neti ini dia personalisasinya itu kalau bisa berubah jadi binatang dia jadi gazelle, jadi kijang. Nah karakter gua nggak tahu jadi apa. Ini yang suwe banget kalau yang berubahnya jadi babi gitu kan. Jadi babi hutan. Nanti sangkanya jadi babi ngepet. Kacau. But she has used her sight to control me too many times. I no longer believe it. Perhaps your mother is right. We can't allow your mother to stop us.
She's concerned for your safety. It may be best for you to stay away from Hogsmeade for now.
That may be safe, but I do not believe that it would be best. Do you? You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Randrock were after you, but you did not. I choose to act as you have. I must deal with Rookwood and Harlow, not hide from them. My mother cannot know where I am all the time. Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
Udah. Ada yang baru nih. Oh, yang tadi lanjutannya ya. Lanjutannya sama Sebastian sama si Poppy. Ya, kita ke Undercrop. Masih banyak banget.
What are you up to now?
Nah ini nih undercrop. Ini tuh alat apa ya? Jam kan ini tuh ya?
You'll never believe what I've learned.
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
It was hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
We need to tell him. He's the reason we found the book, and he deserves to know what you've learned.
You've seen how he frets about the dark arts. I promise I'll tell him when I found the relic. When I know more, I shall send an owl. And don't feel sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
I am not letting this go.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I appreciate you telling Sebastian not to keep this from me, but going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Noses buried in books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
Those references in the book seem promising.
Everything to do with Salazar Slytherin seems promising until it's too late. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further, but if you think he might, please let me know. It would mean a lot.
Jadi bukunya si Salazar Slytherin itu berbahaya gitu ya? Dia ada di sini. Dari Alliance satu lagi di mana ya? Aduh, penasaran banget nih.
Revelio. Revelio.
Oh, there was something else too. A dash of powdered backfill.
Salah.
My father sent me to high school.
Kenapa sih gitu mulu?
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Revelio.
Di mana ini belum ya? Oh.
Revelio. Accio.
Well, hello there. Come in, look around, and if you've been eating chocolate frogs, please refrain from touching.
It's not like her to forget.
I didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Not at all. I was just at the post office. Gran told me to expect a package, but it looks as if she forgot to send it. She didn't send me an owl this week either. Perhaps she's busy with her research.
What kind of research is she doing?
It varies from week to week, but it's always to do with creatures. Last week she was studying leg knots in plimpies.
What kind of research is she doing?
It varies from week to week, but it's always to do with creatures. Last week she was studying leg knots in plimpies.
What was she sending you?
Only some feed she's been developing. I was going to give it to Professor Howen for the measles.
What did you find out about the dragon you were tracking?
I realised that she didn't know the poachers had her egg, so when she left Horntail Hall, she would have headed straight to her nest. I went back to the tent and tracked her flight.
How do you track a dragon long after she's gone?
Tree canopies, burn marks, things like that.
Well done. You certainly know what you're doing.
I can't be certain, but I have an idea of one place she may have been heading. I thought we might go and see it for ourselves.
Of course. Shall we leave now?
If that's all right. I want to see how she's faring if she had a collar on. And she's likely frantic about her egg.
Oke, kita pergi kemana?
Here we are. I do think this is where we'll find her. The terrain's typical of what... I suspect it's how the poachers found her to begin with. They likely camped here and logged her patterns. Perhaps nabbed her first and then her egg. Dragons are hard enough to wrangle, let alone maternal ones.
You got all of that from simply standing here?
You'd be surprised how easy it is to think like a poacher. Shall we see if she's home? We only need to return her egg.
That sounds straightforward enough.
We should be in and out. Then we can be finished with the poachers once and for all.
If you're right about finding her here, how do we go about returning the egg?
Her nest will likely be in the heart of her den, which she will be keeping guard over. It might also be more charred than anywhere else, I imagine.
I don't suppose you've thought about keeping it, have you?
No. It belongs to her. Keeping it will make me just as bad as the poachers.
Well then, let's find our dragon and return her egg.
Wonderful. If she sees us flying about, she might take it as a sign of aggression or food. We should stay on foot. Oh, and one more thing. Let's not agitate her. Goodness knows she's been through enough already. I'm ready when you are.
Waduh. Kandang naga, cuy. Ini di mana sih? Bentar coba. Kok nggak bisa lihat map? Kok nggak bisa lihat map ya, guys? Kok nggak bisa lihat map? Kenapa ini? Yuk, Kemon, yuk. Berangkat yuk, cantik.
There she is, above us. She did make it home safely. Oh, Good. It looks as if she wasn't collared like the other dragons. That's a brilliant idea.
Kita mau kembaliin telur naga. Oh. Serminisasi.
Poor thing must be worried sick, wondering what happened to her egg.
Si cantik mana? Oh itu. Si cantik dong panggilnya.
For what it's worth, she doesn't seem to have spotted us yet.
Let's hope it stays that way. At least until we've done what we came to do.
Revelio.
Yes. A more hushed approach is likely wise.
Kan scrap itu gue udah punya, kok dapat lagi.
Watch your step.
Dia di mana sih? Oh, dia di sini.
Fantastic.
Ini nggak mungkin kan kalau kita harus battle sama naga.
I beg your pardon.
I don't imagine the poachers.
Revelio.
And from a distance, we probably look exactly like sheep to her. Hebrideans love sheep.
How lucky for us.
Cepik, naga Indosiar. Naga Indosiar.
What's your step?
Hah? Oh, tapi kayak kastil ya tempatnya.
Pity. She must have been starved to pick off a grapple.
Or just raring for a fight?
Ini binatang apa? Iya, penuh lagi. Aduh, tas gua penuh terus.
Quiet. What was that?
Kok malah muncul sih? Ngumpet lah. Wih. Ya lagian kenapa pakai dibuka segala jadi ketahuan.
There's no turning back now.
Gila dong.
Over here.
Wait here! I'll run ahead!
Shit.
Whenever you're ready.
Cari
I'll follow
mati.
your lead.
I'll draw her attention. Follow when it's safe.
Gas, lari, 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 lari. Lama sih.
Watch out. It's her domain. She'll make... Keep at it. We've just got to make it to the nest.
She is making it easy.
Merinding. Aduh. Ayo gas.
Not a warm welcome.
It's a little too warm if you ask me. I don't suppose she listened to reason.
I'd normally try.
Masih di
but
ujung
we're
sana
well
ya.
past that.
Oh, anjir, gila dong. 2 kali nembaknya sekarang mah. Tiga. Cepat terusin ya.
Get to that opening below her.
Gas, ayo dong cepetan. Ah, larinya. Ah. Kena dong. Ngumpet, ngumpet, ngumpet. Alah, apaan guys barusan? Oh,
Brilliant.
oke, berakhir.
There's the nest. We're almost there.
Oh, di sana.
Revelio.
Why is every bridge here broken?
Jangan sampai lagi gini diserang.
Now, if we just return her egg, we can hopefully make it out without too much fuss.
Oke, sip. Sampai. Ayo loh. Naganya datang. Naganisasi. Mainnya naganya ya. Naganya keren. Matanya ungu. Wih, gede banget naganya, keren. Naga Indosiar.
That was brilliant. And did you see how clever? She left us perfectly unharmed.
Creatures are a lot cleverer than most people realize.
That's what Gran always says. The important thing is that we survived it. And we returned her egg. Thank you for doing this with me. Wouldn't blame you one bit if you wanted to head back to the castle and never think about dragons again.
Shall we head back? I'm ready if you are.
I am. After our dragon rescue at Hauntow Hall, I half expect to be ambushed by poachers any time I'm not in the castle.
Understandable. We did sabotage their fighting ring and
Lucu
steal
juga
a
nih si
dragon
Poppy
egg from
wajahnya.
them.
True.
Mungil-mungil ya, anak.
True. So why haven't they come after us? It's not like them to let things lie. Unless
What?
Unless they haven't let things lie. Oh no, I can't believe I didn't see it. We need to leave. I need to send an owl.
Beres. Berhasil menyelamatkan telur naga. Balikin lagi ke ibunya. Kenapa nggak diceplok aja telurnya? Wajahnya merah. Kepanasan kali tadi kena api naga, wajahnya jadi merah. Oxhead. Ini peta belum semuanya gua explore sih. Tapi yang paling besar desanya Hogsmeade doang ya di sini tuh ya. Sisanya cuma desa-desa kecil doang. Padahal ini kalau misalkan petanya bisa pergi ke apa namanya, bisa pergi ke kota juga, ke Londonnya tuh seru juga tuh, keren. Dijadiin martabak telur, itu martabak telurnya segede gitu, telurnya gede banget, bisa satu asrama itu dimakan barengan. Wah, tulang apa nih, binatang apa ya kayak gitu tuh. Tadi binatang yang mati, yang tergeletak itu binatang apa sih? Soalnya setahu gua sering lihat itu tuh binatangnya kayaknya bisa dipelihara deh kayaknya di vivarium, tapi belum tahu.
So blind.
Poached egg.
Honeydew potion wants keeping away from today's young.
Don't be stingy.
Revelio.
Oh, ada ini dong di sini. $500.
Revelio.
Di mana ya? Di dalam deh kayaknya.
Come in. Sorry for the smell. New batch
Oh,
of
ini nih.
Tide.
Revelio.
Fitzbastian@kata.com. Oke, kita langsung lanjutin aja nih ini. Wah, gila jauh banget. Gila jauh banget. Jauh banget, guys. Sebastiannya nanti dulu deh kalau gitu. Sineti dulu aja deh. Nah, kebetulan ada di Hogsmeade nih, gue lagi di Hogsmeade soalnya.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
I beg your pardon.
Hello, Hamora.
Iya, penuh lagi.
Revelio.
He'll see it was a mistake parting ways with me.
Katanya di Hogsmeade. Oh, ini.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Very well.
Mau dibaca yang
I'll
kedua
speak
lagi.
with them, see what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Sebentar, gua mau nanya lagi si Neti. Bisa
May I ask
nanya
you
yang
about
tadi yang
Mr.
kedua
Bickle's
nggak?
friends?
Of course.
Nah ini.
Where am I to find
Oh.
these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, He works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Very well. I'll speak with them, see what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them.
Kita ke yang dekat dulu ini.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Mr. Ray, we do hope you will reconsider helping us with our banking need. We've given you ample time to reach a decision on your own, but we are beginning to lose our patience. We know your husband will appreciate it if you were to see the value in our working together. So we expect a response by week's end. Best to keep this between us.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Now, to find Mrs. Rabe, I have a few more questions.
I shall tell you what I can.
Baca lagi, sekali lagi.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Oke. Pasti dari Poppy. Ada dari Poppy. Ini siapa? Pierce Pemberton kok baru. Ngomongin Demi Guys Moon. Harlow tuh yang mana ya, lupa lagi. Oke lah guys, nanti lanjut lagi aja deh malam ya. Kita lanjut lagi aja malam, ini udah main 1,5 jam, lumayan lah. Nanti kita lanjut malam. Bye bye. Thank you udah join. Sampai ketemu lagi di live streaming selanjutnya. Bye bye.